first day of spring, and I just wanna sing to everything that's moving, every single little thing. To them birds flying free, fish in the sea, flowers and trees, every little bumblebee. I wanna sing, ooh, ah, oh. To the kids playing hoops, going loop-de-loop, their rainbow-colored bouncy balls and their ice cream scoops. Got my shoes in my hand and my feet in the sand. I got 20 ducklings in a row like a little marching band, and they sing, ooh. To the couples in love and the seagulls above, and any other living thing or creature I can think of, I wanna sing, ooh, I wanna sing, just wanna sing.
Outside today, and I'm going to be raking out the garden, trying to get it graded a little bit, leveled out, to get ready for the next step. The weather is getting nicer here now, and it's more sunny, and you know, I'm very pale and I burn really easily, so recently I ordered some new sunscreen because the sunscreen we had was a couple years old. Some were getting low, and I guess some people say you should really buy new every year. I don't know. Anyway, I have sensitive skin, and so do some of my kids, so I ordered Neutrogena brand, and I got a couple different things, and I got this one, if you can see, that's specifically for your face, and this is the first time I've used this one, and it's really cool. It's actually a liquid, like it's not creamy at all. You just unscrew this cap and it's totally liquid. I'm not going to pour it, but you put it on your face and it's completely dry. You can't feel anything on your face. It's just totally dry. So if you want to put makeup or anything on afterwards, this is perfect. And again, it's this one, and I will put a link to it down below on Amazon. And then the other one I got to do my arms and around my neck and everything is also Neutrogena, and it's a Ultra Sheer Dry Touch, and this one has the Mega SPF. I know some people say SPF is only so good, you know, it's only good up to a certain point, but when you've had burns like I have, you don't take any chances. So this is what I have, and this, it says Dry Touch. It is slightly greasy when you're done putting it on your hands, but it's been a few minutes now, and they're dry now, so I can't snap my fingers, or I would. The last time I tried that, I dislocated my knuckle, so that's not good. So anyway, remember when you're going out in the sun to protect yourself. And as an extra precaution, because I have very thin hair and my scalp shows through, it's not really practical to put sunscreen in your hair. So in addition to sunscreen, you saw on Instagram, if you're following me, I have a new hat for gardening. And I can leave a link to this also on Amazon. I got a couple of them so that other people in my family can also use them. Obviously you can put the string behind if you don't want it or need it. But I like this one. I don't know if you can see because it's a little sunny, but there's a strip here that has like an air vent, which is good. Here, now you can see it right here. This is an air vent, which is great. you know, if it's hot and sweaty and whatever. And then when you turn it around to the back, there is an adjustable thing here. Now, I have a huge head, so I don't need to adjust it down, but if you do, I believe this was actually a large size. I'll leave a link to that too so you can see, but just a little bit of protection to keep the sun out of my eyes, a little bit off my neck. I still use sunscreen because this is not foolproof. Obviously, you're at different angles, the sun's still gonna get through. So, I have some raking to do. So put on my hat and off we go.
First day of spring, and I just wanna sing to everything that's moving, every single little thing. To them birds flying free, fish in the sea, flowers and trees, every little bumblebee. I wanna sing, ooh, ah.
So we did order a grading blade to use on the same machine base that our brush hog mower is on. And originally we were told it would be in a couple of weeks. That was their normal turnaround. And a couple of weeks passed and we called and he said, oh, let me call and check on it. So he called and checked and was told that it's on back order. He's like, okay, well, how long will it be? Well, apparently we're not going to get our grading blade until July. Obviously we don't want to wait that long to finish leveling this off, so it's not going to be perfect, and we're doing it by hand, and this is killing my back, but I'm going to take a break and we'll get back to it. It still won't take very long. It's just not going to be as level as we would like it to be, and we'll probably have to do a little propping of raised beds when we put them in to make sure that they're all level, but that will be fine. We will do it.
Just wanna say, first day of spring, and I just wanna sing to everything that's moving, every single little thing. To them.
All right, I think that's all I'm gonna do for right now. It's not perfect. It's actually not even done. I'll have to have the kids come out here and pull some rocks and some roots out. There's a few places I can't quite get them out, and they will puncture the landscape fabric that we're going to put down, so I'll have to have them do that. But I just want to encourage everybody, anybody who is maybe older or you have a health issue or a disability, if gardening and farming or whatever, any of those things, any homesteading is something you want to do, you should do it. Start where you are and do what you can. You might have to have a much smaller scale, or you might have to make amendments to things to make it work. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's why it's one of the reasons I'm doing raised beds, because gardening at ground level is really painful for me. So start where you are, do what you can. One of the reasons I wanted to start homesteading was to have a healthier lifestyle overall, try to fix or at least make a little better some of the pain issues I have. One of the things that will help that is eating better food, which is why I want to grow it, and another is moving more. And I think having the garden to come to that I actually want to come to, and having animals that depend on me will help for me personally to make me get up and go outside and move again. The hard part when you have ambition and pain issues and health issues is to figure out where the tipping point is between I need to push myself and I need to not hurt myself. Because if you do too much, then you can be in quite a lot of pain and maybe be out of commission for several days or more. Or you can cause a flare-up to happen if you have chronic pain. So start where you are, do what you can. If all you can do is a few potted herbs on your windowsill, start there. I'm a little ambitious, but I also have some help. My husband works from home, so I have, well, when it's not super busy for him, I have his help in the evenings and on weekends, and I have 2 young adult children still living at home who also help, and my other 2 children help when they are visiting, and one of them I actually hire to come and do extra work because that is his current career, is landscaping and tree management and stuff. So I feel like I can bite off maybe a little bit more. If it was just me, I would just have some grow bags on the deck. Do what you can, and whatever you can't grow yourself, try as much as you can to support your local farmers. And that we'll be doing some of that this year because you can see tomorrow is the first day of May. I don't even have garden beds up yet. We have so much to do on this homestead, and we are working actively on the garden, but we're also working on getting that orchard planted. We're still clearing pasture, and I need to call utilities and make sure that it's okay for us to dig where we want to plant, and then we still got to get those trees in the ground. So I'm focusing a little more on that this year than on the garden because I actually have the trees to plant already and they need to be planted, so doing that. But we have other projects going on. We had several weeks of rain right before we had sun, and now we've had a week of sun, and everything is growing everywhere. So the backyard is all completely overgrown, and I can't really get a mower or anything in there because of the odd placement of prior garden beds that people had put in. And you can kind of sense that it used to be really pretty back here because they've got, you know, some low raised beds, and then all around it they put landscape fabric and mulch down. But it's been a couple years, and there's probably 2 inches of basically composted mulch on top of landscape fabric that is now all wrinkled and disorganized, and so there's things growing up from the mulch now. The end result is that everything is growing everywhere. There's no real path. There's weeds all over the place, and we now have a problem with garter snakes by the house and in the greenhouse. Because there's mice by the house and in the greenhouse. We've had mice in the house. We've set traps. We're working on that problem. So my older son is coming this weekend, and that's what we're going to be working on then, is getting cleaned up the immediate area all the way around the house, especially the backyard and the side yard, and cleaning out the rest of the greenhouse because the greenhouse is right next to the house, and I don't want snakes in the house. I don't want them in my greenhouse either. So far, they're all garter snakes. I know that they're harmless and probably, you know, eating a lot of bugs and rodents, but I can't handle it. I won't go in the greenhouse if there's going to be snakes in there. So they have to go. So we're going to finish cleaning it out. I'm going to get some gravel or something to put on the floor of the greenhouse, so that everything is very clear and I can see, and there's just my workbenches, and get my tools organized so I can see everything, and I won't be ambushed by a hidden slithering something. So that's what we're working on now. Well, kind of everything. The kitchen is kind of on hold. We're waiting for the additional cabinets to come in. But this weekend should be a work party. I might have a couple of the kids work on finishing cabinets. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, 1,000 things to do and only a few hours in every day, so here we go.